Well, thank you all for coming. Denver Police Chief Ron Thomas here to talk about a critical incident that happened here at the 7-Eleven 5th and Federal at just about 7 o'clock this evening. What I can share right now, preliminary details, are that officers responded to a report of both a stabbing and potentially a robbery that occurred here at the 7-Eleven about 10 minutes to 7. Officers arrived within just a couple of minutes, and as they were approaching the store, individuals were coming out of the store, kind of indicating that what was going on was happening inside the store. Officers entered the store, quickly identified that the clerk was seemed to be under duress behind a door to the back room. The officers then attempted to open the back door, identified that it was locked, could still hear that there was some sort of struggle or altercation going on behind the door. The officers began to issue a number of commands announcing their presence, asking for the door to be opened. The door was not opened by the people behind the door. Ultimately, the officers had to retrieve a ram and breach the door. Once the door was forced open, they were able to see inside the room and saw that there were actually 3 male individuals inside the room. One of them appeared to be threatening, actually had a hold of another male party, threatening him with some sort of a sharp instrument. The officers recognized that that person was in imminent danger and began to fire rounds at that individual. Once the party went down, the officers stopped their fire, extricated the 2 other individuals that were inside the room out of that room, and then began performing life-saving measures on the individual that was struck by the gunfire. There was medical, I believe, that was already on scene, so he was quickly transitioned to an ambulance and taken to Denver Health Medical Center when unfortunately he expired from his injuries. At this point, we are conducting an investigation. It will be a joint investigation with State Patrol and Colorado Bureau of Investigation. The investigation will be presented to the district attorney for their review, and it will be monitored by the Office of the Independent Monitor. Is there questions I can answer?
What's the condition of the 2 victims that were in there?
So the 2 victims were uninjured. I mean, certainly shaken, but don't have any injuries. They were not transported to the hospital. They were taken downtown for interviews.
And it was
One suspect, but 2 victims. I'm sorry.
one suspect.
One suspect, 2 victims. Yes, 2 victims that were being held apparently against their will. One of them being threatened imminently with the weapon, but just one suspect.
Can you give a description of the suspect?
Suspect is a Caucasian adult male.
Age?
I don't know, adult.
Did you say this is an attempted burglary?
No, what I said was that the information that came in from several callers was that an individual was being stabbed and that there was a robbery.
So did they make off with
Chief,
any
can you come back over
merchandise
for
or
the
money?
microphone?
No. So the
Back behind here.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So they were not able to get anything away from the store.
Did the suspect die?
Suspect was transported to the hospital where they ultimately expired. Yes.
Chief, what's the crime like lately in this neighborhood right here around this store? Is there a lot of break-ins or robberies right here?
Well, I think anywhere where there are these types of retail stores and convenience stores, I think there's always a threat of thefts and robberies and things like that. I don't think that this is in particular a high crime neighborhood. I think this is generally a fairly safe neighborhood, so this is not, I think, expected for this area.
What's the investigation look like now? And I know that you have a lot of officers.
Yeah, so I would imagine that this corner will be occupied for quite some time, probably well into the night, as the officers recover evidence and then process the entire scene.
And there's the scenes out back too. It looks like the shooting happened inside though.
Shooting happened inside of the back room, and I think what you're seeing on the side of the store is officers reviewing video that from the 7-Eleven camera. Correct. Correct. Shaken, but don't have any significant injuries at all.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Okay. Thank you.